My.
I mean, I'm only saying that I saw Haskins playing.
Here's my thing.
He did get better towards the end of the year, but
my whole philosophy
lefty Drew Brees, I don't know if I can pass that up.
My whole philosophy on quarterback is kind of changing now. It's weird how the NFL is now. People always talk about it's quarterback-driven sport, blah, blah. All that stuff is obviously is factual. But I look at the teams that were in the Super Bowl this year, and I just think, and even last year, how many of those guys really were like the best at their position? Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, he's different. But last year, it was Jared Goff, it was Tom Brady. Personally, he's going to disagree with me, but neither one I felt like were really elite.
What?
Yeah, my opinion.
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Are you
okay. This year,
I can't believe he just said that was the worst take of the entire year. So Tom Brady wasn't elite? Is he crazy?
Did we see the Super Bowl?
Okay, Patrick Mahomes played like the worst game, way worse than Tom Brady played. Are you kidding me? Actually. The pass that he threw that was completely.
Listen, we're going on a tangent. We're going on a tangent. Let me finish. All right.
You said something crazy.
Okay, we can go on that later. Anyway, it's like I was saying, this year, don't feel like Jimmy G, don't really feel like he's elite. Now, Patrick Mahomes, he is elite, but the only difference between Patrick Mahomes is that Patrick Mahomes is still on his rookie deal. So it's easier to get pieces around when you're not really paying anything for Patrick Mahomes because he's obviously cheap. So it's like
question. I got a question.
If it's about the Tom Brady thing, I'm not answering it because I don't care to talk about Tom Brady right now.
I just got a question.
Is it about Tom Brady?
I just got a question.
Answer my question. Is it about Tom Brady?
Continue.
Thank you, because I don't care to talk about it. Anyways, like I was saying,
he's crazy.
Okay, that's fine. I personally rather build my team first and then draft a quarterback rather than just have a sorry ass team and then have a quarterback. The Chiefs were great already, and then they drafted Patrick Mahomes. They sat him for a year, and only a good team can sit a quarterback that's drafted in the first round for a year. Only a good team can do that. Why? Because we already know if your team's not good and you drafted a first-round quarterback, everybody's going to say, start him right now. So I just think that you should build your team first. So I personally, if I was in the top 5 and I don't have pieces and I need other pieces still, I'm drafting those pieces first, and then I'll get to it. But if I feel like, we have a lot of good pieces, we're just missing a quarterback, and that's why we suck, then, yeah, I'll take a chance on Tua, even though he's still going to have to wait a year. I'll play this. Also, if I draft Tua, he's not starting this year. I'll personally bench him.
So many ways to go. I completely disagree with that because the reason why I say that, these teams like the 49ers and the Rams, one thing that you always see with these type of teams, even though I think Jared Goff is a really good quarterback, these teams never go back. One thing you see about teams with a great quarterback is year after year after year after year, they're always in the mix. Peyton Manning, even though he's the worst playoff quarterback to ever put on a helmet.
Nah, you sizing.
Every year, no, the facts are facts. We can look at his numbers. Okay. He has the worst playoff games ever.
Okay.
2 quarterback rate. I can go on and on. But year after year, his team is in the mix. Why? Because he's a great player, and he plays quarterback. That's a fact. Tom Brady, I don't even need to say anything. 20 years, we already know. All right, I'm not even going to address the disrespectful comment.
He's addressing it right now, guys.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to address it. God damn it. I'm going to address it. You just tried to convince me a team who didn't have a good defense and had no weapons didn't have, they had Tom Brady, but he wasn't elite. Well, who was elite then? Sony Michel, damn sure wasn't elite. Philip Dorsett, damn sure wasn't elite. Who was elite? I want to know. Are we saying Julian Edelman's elite, but Tom Brady's not? I mean, that was a weird thing to say, but that's not the point. All the great, even Drew Brees, every year, what do we hear every year? This is the year that says going to win it. They don't win it because Drew Brees is not Tom Brady. You're proving my point
with that, but keep going.
No, but they're in the mix every year. I
don't care about being in the mix. I care about winning the game.
Yeah, but
or at least getting there. He's been to one Super Bowl his whole career, so we can't bring up Drew Brees. Let's talk about. I don't care about mixes. I care about winning Super Bowls. Who is at least being in the Super Bowl? That's what I care about.
Yeah, the teams that don't have quarterbacks are not going to be there but 1 year. That's how it always happens. They make it 1 year. Even the teams that don't make it all the way. The Jaguars were good 1 year because they had a great defense, But guess what? They have Blake Bortles, so they haven't been back.
And I think almost any team, granted, you want consistent success, but I'm pretty sure, at least me as a fan, I will take one Super Bowl appearance and we win that Super Bowl and be ass for the next 3 or 4 years, than be consistently in the mix and keep getting my heart broken by fluke-ass touchdowns.
Of course.
Okay, then. So that's what I'm talking about.
But the 49ers lost, so that, I mean, who cares?
Well, no, I know. But I'm also thinking about, like, the Eagles, and I'm also thinking about, who else? Who else did that? The Rams. Well, the Rams lost too, so never mind. That kind of goes. What's your point? Oh, the Falcons lost too. We lost. Yeah, cool.
See what I'm saying?
But I still appreciate
the great
that,
quarterback. The great quarterback is going to get you in. Is going to keep you in the, because, like, for example, everybody wants to paint this narrative that the Patriots always have a great. That's not true. In 2011, we had the 32nd ranked defense, and we made the Super Bowl and was 13-3 with a bye week. Reason why? We had Tom Brady. He threw for almost 5,300 yards that year with no number one wide receiver. You can do stuff like that when you have a great upper echelon quarterback. If we didn't have Tom Brady that year and we had, like, who's a good quarterback, but that's not bad, but not Andy Dalton, we'd have been 2-14 that year.
A good quarterback?
Andy Dalton was going to the playoffs every year. Let's stop this whole Andy Dalton is not good. Andy Dalton is good. He's just not great.
Okay. We got two different definitions.
Andy Dalton is good.
Okay. But also we also have to factor in that Tom Brady's age has kind of like also helped the Patriots be successful, because since he's older, what does that mean? You don't have to pay him like a young guy. So that's kind of also helped them as well. So because you also got to think money.
Even when he was young, he was taking pay cuts.
But
so
that's you're going with my point though. What I'm saying is that quarterbacks aren't doing that anymore. Like when Patrick Mahomes when he has to get his money, which is going to be this year, he's getting paid. Like he's
not the best player in the league though.
I get that. I know that. But that's my point is I'm interested to see, and I said this on the first episode, I'm interested to see how he's going to play and how the Chiefs going to look after they pay him so much money. Because it's hard to win Super Bowls when you are paying your quarterback that much money. Even in a quarterback-driven league, when you pay them that top dollar, it's still hard for them to win Super Bowls. Like, I would love to see the Seahawks win a Super Bowl with them paying so much money tied into Russell Wilson.
He's not a real great quarterback, though. He's one of those dudes that people lie, just like Drew Brees. Oh, the Seahawks, the Seahawks go win, then they lose. I've been saying this the last 5 years. The year they won, they had the Legion of Boom. Russell Wilson was a rookie. They had beast mode in his prime. They won. The next year we beat them. They haven't been anything since. But nobody wants to talk about it.
But my point is,
he loses in the first round. Nobody cares. Like that, certain quarterbacks get a lot of passes that others don't.
Absolutely, I agree with that. But I like I said before, I just feel when you have your money tied into one position. I hate when people say you pay a running back. When's the last time a running back or a running back that was top paid won a Super Bowl? I'm like, okay, well, give me that same exact thing with a quarterback. It doesn't happen often. It's quarterbacks that are on their rookie deals or quarterbacks that take pay cuts. Tom Brady is a quarterback that takes pay cuts. He doesn't get paid that much, guys.
But see, the thing about Tom Brady taking pay cuts is, this is the thing people miss about the Patriots. We don't pay anybody.
No, it's facts.
So him taking the pay cut doesn't matter. We would still have the same dudes on our team.
But that's more my point, though. The point of being cheap, period, in a way, is smart. And also you have to get lucky enough to have a rookie quarterback under their deal.
The thing about being cheap, though, if your quarterback is not great, that's going to kill you. Because if you have a quarterback that's not great and you give him average talent, the team is literally not going to be good.
But that's my point. That's why I'm saying if I was drafting Tua, I would make sure my team is set first, and then I would draft a quarterback rather than draft a quarterback with no help, and then but he's good, but the team is asked for 4 years, and then you got to pay up that $100 million contract. I'd rather have my team set, have him on his rookie deal, work with him, and my team is going to be successful, and then worry about paying him afterwards. But I can't do it backwards. I can't have a team first because quarterbacks are too expensive. They're the most expensive people on the freaking team. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I will take my time. I'm not going to draft Tua just because I need a quarterback. But guess what? I also need a lineman. I need a tight end. I need a receiver. And guess what? I also need some D linemen. What are you doing yourself? You're setting him up for failure.
Well, yeah, you guys know I don't believe in O-linemen. That's a quarterback makes an O-line, clearly.
Okay.
Just look at it. Look at when quarterbacks get behind O-linemen, they just look at Nate Solder, highest paid left tackle in the league. He leaves, goes to the Giants. The Giants got the worst offensive line in the league. The Patriots signed Trent Brown, who wasn't even playing. Trent Brown then becomes the highest paid left tackle in the league.
So what you got to say about Joe Thomas then?
Huh?
What you got to say about Joe Thomas?
he's a great player. I'm not saying linemen aren't better. I'm saying the O-line in total, the quarterback makes the total O-line. If you got Andrew Luck back, we saw it. You got Andrew Luck back there, just not throwing the ball, not getting rid of it, just standing there. He going to take a lot of sacks. Look at Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is a mobile quarterback, but his pocket presence isn't good. He's going to take a lot of sacks no matter who's on his offensive line.
Okay.
You got to get rid of the ball. You got to have the presence to step inside the pocket and create lanes like Brady and Breeze do. If you don't do that, you're going to get sacked. So all this O-line stuff, the quarterback makes the O-line. If you have a quarterback with a good offensive line, but he doesn't know how to step up in the pocket and manipulate the pocket, you're going to still take a lot of sacks.
I disagree, but I agree to an extent. I do know the quarterback can absolutely help the line, but at the end of the day, the line is also supposed to help the quarterback. So it goes both ways. But my point, regardless, is the fact that you still need weapons around the quarterback before, in my opinion, you get the quarterback. That's just in the way the CBA is set up now, that's how I personally feel. And we'll see who's going to be in the Super Bowl again this year. Will it be Patrick Mahomes in this big-ass deal that he's going to end up getting? Or is it going to be another quarterback that's on their rookie deal still? Like, it's easy to build around a quarterback that's only making $7 million a year. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. But speaking of CBA, we have to talk about the CBA. So, I don't remember all the details with the new deal that they're trying to do. I just know the NFL players are not rocking with it at all. Like, passionately. They don't like it. I know the new CBA is basically going to add one more playoff team, which I don't like. It's going to add 17 games, which I also don't like. It's going to change the 4 preseason games to 3. I also don't like. And it's going to give them, I think, 1.5% increase of shares of revenue. So basically, it's going to be 48.5 instead of just 50-50, which I think is just so cheap. Just do 50-50, bro. Which I think they said even with the 1.5%, that's total over $5 billion. That's going to be more in the NFL players' pockets, which we all know that's a lot of damn money. But still, like, stop being cheap and just give them 50. That's a song, by the way. Yeah. So, what do you think about the new deal or proposal?
I don't know what other people think. More games, I would love that.
I'm good off that.
Now the preseason, I don't like how it's less preseason. I think preseason is so important. I think
so important.
People just try to act like, oh, preseason, we don't care. Like, we need preseason. We need to know who's good. A lot of players are good when it's shoulder pads and shorts. Then when you get on the field, they're not good at all.
And people also need to get their feet warmed up.
Yeah, and they need to get their reps. Like you ever seen a quarterback who's like not warmed up play, not ready for game speed? It's not good. You don't need to see that. So,
and also, I just feel bad more so like for the fringe players because you still have to play starters so they can get warm. People want to sit here and say, you don't need to do that. I'm like, okay, well then let's forget preseason and let's see what week 1 looks like. I feel like you're going to get a lot more injuries, and I feel like a lot of people are going to come off and they're not going to look good. Like, it's a
lot more picks too.
Yeah, it's just not going to be a better product. I feel like the NBA got preseason. Like, you need to play. Like, you don't have to play them. You can play them for 1 quarter, but they have to play. Practice is not the same as a game. Anybody who's played any sport
knows. It's not even almost the same.
Yeah, I would say anybody who played any kind of sport.
It's like 2 completely different things.
I can give you an example. For fighting and for wrestling, I can do a live match for 10 minutes straight, and I'll be tired, but I'll be fine. You put me in a 10-minute real match, I'm going to be in that joint huffing, puffing. I'm going to be sitting down. I'm going to need a towel. I'm like, bruh, like, we got more? But I can wrestle 10 minutes, and I'm talking about 10 minutes straight, no breaks in a match. But let me do that in an actual wrestling match where I'm competing against somebody. That's a whole nother ball game. You can't do that to these NFL players. And people want to say, well, it's just boring. It's pointless. It's not for you.
Right, it's for the players.
It's for the players. It's for those 7th round undrafted players that are trying to make this spot. It's for the starter who was trying to get these reps with the new wide receiver who they just picked up.
Think about it. We would have never got Victor Cruz without preseason.
I was just going to bring up Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz is so important because I remember he was balling, making one-hand catches and that, and it was like, oh, well, he's doing that in preseason.
That a bigger example, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was lighting the preseason up. And they would have never moved on. If they didn't saw what they see in preseason, they would have said, this is an anomaly. Tony Romo, come on back. But they saw what they saw from Dak Prescott from the beginning. So that's important. I do like the extra game.
I don't.
The extra playoff team. I hate rewarding teams that aren't good. Like, me seeing the Eagles in the playoffs this year was such a waste of time. I hated that.
I don't like the extra game for the simple fact of records. I just hate that when you
Yeah,
add more
14
games.